Welcome to toy-polloi.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. It is Sunday the 18th of May 2025 and I'm back at the Bath and West Showground in Shepton Mallet for the Bulldog Toy Fair. The weather is lovely, it's a really nice morning and I'm quite excited to get inside. Now I do know that the downstairs of the fair has sold out, so there are going to be lots of stalls there. There was another big toy fair yesterday at Sandown Park and I know some of the sellers go there, so I'm hoping they've still got lots of stuff left that I can go and have a rummage through. So the only way to find out is to head on in and let's see what they've got. Right, I'm back in the car. The weather is still lovely and it was a really good toy fair. Not a huge amount of stuff there, but some really good pieces. I picked up a few loose figures, a broken figure and a toy that I've been trying to get in my collection for about 26 years. So that was very pleasing indeed. Let's head on back to toy-polloi and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so we are now back at toy-polloi, and as you can see, the first three things I picked up were actually all Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figures. These three figures came off separate stalls. They were all £5 each, and as I've said previously in my sort of toy hunting videos, if I see an Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figure for under a fiver, I will get it because I just love this toy line. And these are figures I have already. I just think they're absolutely cool, and these are things that I can sort of work on and fix up in time. So the first one I grabbed was this one, which is Grimsoil. He's from the second series. He's got quite a cool function. You press that little sort of snake tail on his waist and he moves his body around to attack things. It's quite a nice little feature. Often bits of his head are broken off. He has these spikes on his head. Those are often missing. They're a bit worn this time, but that can easily be repainted. So that one came from Jurassic Coast Collectibles, a stall that I've bought from a load of times, and every time I go there I think he has a new Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figure, so I always check it out. This one just came from a little random store. The guy initially wanted £10 for it, but as it's sort of fairly worn and sort of beaten, I said to him I'd offer him a fiver, and he accepted that. So this is Zorgar. He works really pretty well actually. The little battlematic function does work very nicely. So again, another fiver for that one. And then the final one was actually Zarak, who is one of my favourite figures probably of all time, because I remember buying this one as a child. This is a Series 1 version of him because it doesn't have the battlematic action, but it's in pretty reasonable condition. He always has paint rubs on his nose, and I've got a video showing how to repaint that, and a little bit of paint wear on his hands, but his O-ring hasn't broken and his legs are still attached. So again, £5. That was really good value. That came from a stall that I'd not seen before, which is from J. Ross. He's Robot Garbage Collectibles. He had some really nice things. And as well as that figure, I also bought from him this, which is a GoBot that I've been wanting to get in my collection for a long time. I remember having this figure as a kid. This is Psykill. He had this again for £5. It's fairly worn. It's missing all its accessories and it's missing the little handlebar pieces that should come out there. But I just wanted to have this one back in my collection. And I can't remember the last time that I saw it. Hopefully in time I'll be able to sort of find maybe a couple of wheels for him so he can actually turn into the little motorbike mode. In the meantime though, I will probably just repair the handlebars. I'm sure I can make something to go on those. So again, a nice little find. So all of those were £5 each. Next up, I found this chap in a rummage box. This was on Mark's stall. This is a Tiny Tuffy or SRL Hero. I've previously said in videos, I think I'm possibly the only person who collects these. You don't see them hugely often, and they're always sort of missing pieces, generally missing their hats. You can see there's an X in the top there, which is where the hat should sit on. This guy is missing a foot, but I most likely have a spare foot that I can slot onto that. And I don't have this colour of figure. So he sold this to me for £2, which is perfectly reasonable for that. And it does actually come with an accessory, which I'm not quite sure if that's an original accessory, but I'll have to do some research on that one. But that was £2 and I'm very pleased to have it, even though he can't currently stand up. But Mark had also got in touch with me since the last video that I'd done at the Shepton Fair, saying that he had a few Miles Mayhems for me, and he gave me this little bag, and in it there should be 4 Miles Mayhems, although having a quick look at them, this one is a Maximus Mayhem. So we've got 3 new Miles Mayhems for the Mile of Mayhem project. And if you don't know what that is, head on over to my second channel, toy-polloi 2, and you will find out all about it. And on the day, I was actually wearing a new t-shirt that I just had printed, which is the Mile of Mayhem T-Shirt. A few people stopped me to say how cool it was, so if you want to grab a Mile of Mayhem t-shirt for yourself, I will put a link to how you can get those in the description. But if you want to find out more about this project, head on over to toy-polloi 2. I do need to say a big thank you to Ben as well, who caught up with me at the previous toy fair. He grabbed me this time to say that he brought along a bag of things that he thought I might like, and has very kindly given them to me. So we'll start off with this section here, which is a broken of mostly Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. These all have issues. This guy's got a leg swapped out. This one's missing the back. They're generally sort of pretty worn figures. Actually, there's a Masters of the Universe figure there, and a Robin with an arm missing. So yeah, it's just a selection of busted turtles and other pieces that I can hopefully use in future for projects. We often see turtles like this with arms missing. So yeah, very useful pieces. He also gave me this, which is a bag of Star Trek The Next Generation figures. all sorts of figures in here, and some with accessories. So we've got Deanna Troi there, we've got Geordie, we've got Worf, there's Picard, we've got Riker, there's Data. Not sure which figure that is. It looks like it's missing something off the back of its head as well. I recognise that one. I'm sure that's from Voyager. Then we have another much larger Deanna Troi. You can see she's considerably larger, and a whole bag of accessories. Now these actually will most likely be sent over to Jeremy, Tokyo Toy Banzai, because I know he collects these. I did mention that to Ben. He said that's good. He watches that channel as well. So these I think will mainly be heading off to Japan. But Ben, thank you ever so much for stopping and saying hi, and thank you so much for these very kind donations. But my favourite thing of the day has to be this. I have been after this toy since it came out. So I think this came out in 1998, 1999. So that's about 25, 26 years. I have wanted this. It's the Lost in Space Transforming Space Blaster. At the time, I collected pretty much all the toys that were available. They're all made by Trendmasters. And the only one I didn't get, I saw it in the shop, was this. For some reason, I just didn't buy it. And ever since then, I've wanted to have this in my collection. I've seen it a few times. It doesn't come around that often. I've seen it online a couple of times. People are asking silly money for it. But today at the toy fair, it was on a stall. The guy had it on sale for 40 quid, but he said he would was sort of open for offers. So in the end, I got this for £35. It is pretty much mint in box. He did say that he'd open it up just to remove the batteries. All of these Trendmasters toys did come with batteries in, and they do leak over the years. So that's actually a really good thing he's done. This gun should have batteries in it, so he did remove those. But as you can see, it looks really absolutely lovely. It's based on the weapon that Don West has in the movie. So you've got a gun that you can stick the sort of a front section on. There's a rear guard there. There's a sight. It comes with a belt and some other pieces. It makes noises. There's supposed to be some sort of lock mechanism so you can stop people using it. It's just a really cool looking toy. And more than likely, I will be opening this because I did want to have a good play with it and actually see how it works. On the back of the box, if I just turn that over, you can see what the gun looks like if you join it all together. So you end up with this sort of much bigger blaster. And here's the belt, which looks like it's got all sorts of bits on it. I'm hoping that that belt will actually fit me, but I'm assuming that this was made for a child, so it may not fit my waist. But you can see here as well all the other toys that came in the line. I think I've got all of these now, so every Trendmasters toy I have, and I'm also collecting lots of the fast food tie-ins and things like that. But yeah, that, I am so happy to have that. At £35, I couldn't leave that, and that's probably the last Lost in Space toy that I need to get for my collection, although I'm sure there are plenty of others that I'm still missing, but that was the one that was a toy that I've been wanting, as I say, for about 25, 26 years. So really very pleasing to finally have it in my collection. So there we go, that is it. That's all of the pieces that I picked up at today's toy fair. Often I go without any sort of idea of what I'm going to get, and I always come back with something. And today it was a piece that I've been searching for so many years. That Transforming Space Blaster is absolutely amazing. As I say, I'm going to be playing with that later on. Of course, there were some other cool bits as well. I'm very happy to have Cycle, a few more Advanced Dungeons and Dragons figures, some more Miles Mayhems, and as I say, check out toy-polloi too. And if you want to get a Mile of Mayhem T-shirt, I will put a link to that in the description. And then there's the Star Trek figures and other broken toys from Ben. So a really fun toy fair. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a Patreon of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where you'll see projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.